All right. Woo! We're live.
Are we live?
Are we alive? No. Are we live? Yes.
We're live, but not alive. That's a pretty
Yeah,
neat
we're
trick.
both dead inside, so.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yep. Too bad, so sad. I still don't know what I want to draw.
My stream is still trying to... Okay, we're buffering.
I'm gonna
It's
need
probably
you
just me.
to calm down with the buffers and the buffering. I don't know who to draw. Like, I don't want to draw the same character I always draw, but at the same time, I kind of want to draw her again. Even though I probably have like 5 art pieces of just her. Damn. Like, I really don't know what to draw. This is gonna bug me until stream starts. Like, officially starts. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee.
Yeah. Figuring it.
I think I kind of know who I want to draw, but it's what pose do I want to put them in? That's a really big issue. I should have thought about this before now. But I was like so sure I knew who I wanted to draw and how I wanted to draw them, and then now it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. But you know what? This is fine.
Well, that's a problem.
I think I am just gonna draw who I was originally gonna draw, because technically they are like my most favorite character of all freaking time. Anyway.
Melly, you might want to throw up the we may disconnect thing once we go live, because I can't tell if it's me or you, but I'm buffering a lot.
You are a buffer?
I'm hoping it's me.
No, I think it's me, because my my kilobytes per second is like super high.
Okay.
Just in case. My frame rate is also super high. Like the... Okay. Anyway, I think it's me. Which would make sense considering what's going on outside. But, you know. You know. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's pretty shitty weather out here right now. I don't know what you got going on, but
well, considering they're still talking about snow.
I almost texted you yesterday, and I was gonna be like, hey, have they predicted snow for you yet?
Yeah. Well, nothing more than an inch for like 7,000 feet, but you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing like big. Anyway. So.
The Cascades is already getting like a lot.
Oh, really?
Up here. Yeah. A lot.
Oh.
And it's just, we had this crazy river come through, and it's been dumping water on us in the valley. And so I imagine if it's continued upward, they've just been... I haven't seen a picture of the road cams up there, but my boss has been telling me that her family that lives up there is just... they're covered.
Covered?
Yeah. The passes are all snowed in. You know how it goes.
Okay. I have the perfect guessing game because nobody's gonna get it. They're gonna get one aspect of it, but everything else is gonna be super... like, no one's gonna get it. And if you do...
Super obscure?
It's very, very obscure.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and if you do get it, I'm gonna... Oh, okay, listen. So there's 2 parts to the guessing game today, right? You have to guess the character I'm drawing, but you also have to guess um, where where her outfit is from.
Oh.
So
Oh boy. Okay.
the character will be worth 100 points because I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna get it as soon as they see like the details of it. The outfit, if you can guess where it is from, I will award 400 points to the person who can get it right.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
how obscure this will be. Okay, so before we start, Jesse, I
Mm-hmm.
finally figured out what I was gonna draw because listen, so I'm gonna be part of something big for a convention later on. And one of the things that I have to do is to
Mm-hmm.
draw something for said big thing for a convention coming
Mm-hmm.
later on. Um, and I'm gonna do that today. And it's gonna be wild. So I'm gonna need the correct name of the character I'm drawing as well as the correct fandom in which the outfit that she's going to be wearing. So with that, shall we get started?
Yeah. Let's.
Welcome back everybody to the panel protagonists. I'm Melly.
Jess.
And today we will be talking about our favorite Star Wars characters. We did a stream where we talked about our favorite Star Wars villains. Now we get to talk about our favorite heroes slash protagonists. And man, I completely forgot about the notes. I didn't write any of mine down. But that's okay. I only have like 3 or 4. So I have
Okay.
several.
Good. You can just.
I have several technically, but I have 3 or 4 of my favoritist characters.
Yeah. So mine started as quite a bit longer as well, and then I pared it down to what you've seen.
Okay. So if you're just now joining into chat and didn't hear anything going on in pre-stream, there will be a guessing game. It's a 2-parter. It'll be a character, and the character will be dressed unlike anything in Star Wars. Like, completely unlike anything in Star Wars. So the guessing game is you have to guess the character I am drawing. She is, and if you're part of the Confab Corner in Discord, she is worth 100 points. And if you can, but the second one is the outfit she will be wearing. If you can guess the fandom in which this outfit belongs, you will gain 400 points in the Confab server.
So she's not. So this character's not wearing an outfit from the Star Wars universe.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I have to find a good.
Harder.
I'm ready to lose. I think the character will be super easy, which is why it's like the character's names. And I already gave you your first clue. It's a woman, because I accidentally said she. So you already know it's a woman. It'll be the fandom in which her outfit derives from. That will be the hardest, I think, because it's very obscure. And with that, Jesse, shall we get started on our fantabulous stream?
Yeah, so first things first, I do actually have a couple of breaking news pieces.
What?
I know we haven't done breaking news segment in a while, but a couple of things have been really popping off in the last couple of weeks that we just haven't talked about over stream because I haven't wanted to talk about them yet. They've been developing or they've kind of just been rumors for the last couple of weeks and they've kind of just solidified very, very recently. And the first one is what Nintendo is doing with the Switch 2. So I don't know if you've been keeping tabs at all, but the last major convention to have happened was the Tokyo Game Show. And then immediately after the Tokyo Game Show in December, we're going to have PAX Unplugged. And at the Tokyo Game Show, Nintendo did have a small presence, but it was all behind closed doors. You know, it was all kind of businessy.
Oh, okay.
And
Figures.
it's similar, similar to what they did before the event that replaced
Wow.
E3 that I'm not remembering right now. I know.
Just like.
Let me refer to my list. You know, all those kind of discombobulated streams and events that happened in the time around June when E3 would have happened. And they, according to reports, they had another one of those behind closed doors. What do I want to call it? Like a showing for whatever this successor Switch is going to be.
Yeah.
This time around, I haven't heard of any more developers getting dev kits. But what we're seeing now is game releases having this mysterious console
mystery
name on it. So Nintendo is doing this thing where if a game is being released to the Nintendo Switch and or its successor, they're putting on the release information. I think it says Nintendo Switch consoles, plural.
Oh, okay.
Or
What?
something to that effect. It's weird language. Here, I'll Google it and tell you exactly what it says. But essentially, what it means is we're getting confirmation of future release games that are going to be coming to this successor console, whatever it is they're gonna call it, before we get confirmation that the console even exists, even though everyone on the planet knows that it exists.
Right. Okay.
So I didn't want to.
Classic Nintendo. But
I didn't want to comment on it before, anything concrete had happened. But there's so many of them out there now, that it's a done deal at this point. I mean, developers don't just put that willy-nilly on all their games, some of which have release dates, and then be like, yeah, well, actually it's just going to be the one Nintendo Switch. Sorry, guys. Only the first one.
Okay.
So I thought it was interesting.
Classic.
I know. So the second bit of news, and I'm glad Aaron's here, is that the long-awaited release of the next Dragon Age game happened last night. If you were lucky, you got preload. If you were very unlucky, like Aaron, you waited an hour or more for that whole 82 gigs to download to your machine. And the game is receiving incredibly divided reviews.
Oh.
I still don't know if I'm going to pick it up, to be very honest with you.
Yeah. I don't know either.
My opinion on Inquisition was not great.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Oh. And so I don't know. I'm going to have to see some people play the Veilguard, I think, to better form an opinion. And I think also it's going to have to come down in price. I mean, you know me. I detest giving EA money.
Yeah.
So
it's
I
like
may
not even
not
a contest, really.
Yeah, I may not pick it up until it's free for me as a Prime gaming release in like a year. I might just wait until it's free for me. And maybe by then they will have fixed some of the issues. I'm hearing that there's not great what's the word? Like some spots are laggy.
That's okay. That's bad.
You know, like it's a single player game, but it chugs in places. Optimized. It's not very well optimized for certain machines. I took a look. So here's my biggest gripe, I think, and this could be real weird. I took a look at all the companions last night.
Yeah.
Because I was still trying to formulate an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like any of the romance options. And that's like one of the biggest things for me in a Dragon Age game.
Oh.
I hate them all.
Oh my god. So Aaron. Oh gosh. Okay. I actually wouldn't typically think you'd be into romance in video games.
Except the Dragon Age games are different. Everyone has an EA boyfriend.
Oh, do they?
A BioWare boyfriend. Sorry, a BioWare boyfriend.
I mean, do they?
Yes.
Okay.
If you've played a BioWare game, you have a BioWare boyfriend.
Okay. I guess I still have to find mine.
It's a thing. I mean, Aaron, I don't think it's just your laptop with an external hard drive. I think that's everyone's experience, or it's a lot of people's experience.
What is? I missed it. Oh, the lag?
She said, she assumes it's because she's playing on a laptop and using an external hard drive. I don't think that's it.
Yeah, I don't think that's it either.
Yeah. I think that's just the way the game is right now. And, you know, I don't know if the game has DRM, which has caused issues for other games in the past. I haven't looked that deep into it. I'm sure there's other things causing some of the very, very low reviews that I've seen. I haven't peered that deep into those either, but I have seen a wide split on some of the reviews that have come out. I think that's fascinating. But it has only been out for like 24 hours. So I will give it some time.
It's pretty when it's not laggy. Yeah, I can believe that actually.
I'll give it, you know, the benefit of the doubt, and we'll see if BioWare can clean it up, patch it out, and make it better in a couple of days. And maybe my opinion will change. Who knows? Okay. Last little thing I wanted to mention, because I think it's fascinating that this is happening. Have you heard about what's going on with Mr. Beast?
There's a thing going on with Mr. Beast?
Oh my god!
Okay, well, there goes my answer.
Holy cow, this man is in deep shit.
No, there's a scandal?
And all of his partners are in deep shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you know that Logan Paul and KSI made that shitty Prime drink, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mr. Beast was like, hey, I'm going to pretend I really care about kids' health.
No.
What if the two of you and me made this Lunchables knockoff and we sell it, we market it like it's a healthy kids lunch alternative, and we call it the fuck is that thing called? Lunchly. And
what the fuck?
We sell it to kids.
Oh,
it's got a Prime in it, and the rest of it is just basically a Lunchables with Mr. Beast's marketing on it.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds like a bad idea, but what do I know?
It's a horrible idea to begin with because he's working with Logan Paul KSI. So they get this ball rolling, they put it out to market. It's got Mr. Beast's name on it, so obviously people are freaking out about it.
Mm-hmm.
Rosanna Pansino, who has a grudge against Mr. Beast, and I love it. I love Rosanna so much. She's got a grudge on this man. She gets a hold of a couple of boxes of Lunchly, and she opens it live on her YouTube channel,
Yeah.
along with a couple of packs of regular Lunchables, because she's going to compare. The first
the
one she
taste
opens,
or the
everything. So
okay.
she didn't even finish the video. Okay, I'm getting to where she stopped.
Okay.
The first one she opened is covered in mold.
Ew.
Mold. And so she posts this to Twitter. And people are all over her because, you know, Mr. Beast stands. They don't like that Rosanna has this grudge against Mr. Beast. So she posts this video to her Twitter and to her YouTube. And, you know, it blows up. And all of a sudden, everyone who has bought a Lunchly is like, yeah, here's my mold on my Lunchly.
Oh.
All of the Lunchlys are moldy.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And then, so she's like hounding this man. And now she is on a vengeance to expose him as a piece of shit.
Okay.
And I've never liked him to begin with.
I thought he was just very, like...
He always seemed very fake.
Yes, thank you.
To me.
That's the word.
Yeah. Yeah. And her beef with him goes back like a year, just FYI. It's not new.
Oh, okay.
So now she's got this, apparently she's got her hands on some chat logs from his company chat from some kind of insider about this person that used to be an employee of Mr. Beast's company.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't go into details on what this is because otherwise we'll be here for another 20 minutes.
Okay.
About
probably a good idea that we don't, because we have streams to do.
Yeah, about some very bad things that YouTube won't let me say.
Oh.
That Jimmy was aware of. That he's been telling everyone he didn't know was happening.
Oh, no.
And she says she turned them over to the feds. Now, I don't think anything will come of this.
Oh, that's a disappointment, but okay.
It's Mr. Beast. I mean,
yeah,
he's the single biggest content creator on YouTube. But if anything does come of it, like, I don't know, his wallet takes a really deep hit, I'd be okay with that.
Same.
Also, there's a new and emerging problem that may actually land him in some deep shit, and I can't wait until a certain creator gets their hands on this one. He's been tied to 50 crypto wallets that may have some insider trading going on.
Oh, no.
And
I don't like crypto anyway. But...
I don't like crypto either. And while the FBI might not do anything about his chat logs, the FCC is probably going to have a problem with his insider trading.
Yeah. That's a... My God.
Yeah. So, if any of you are Mr. Beast fans out there watching this, just prepare to have your faith shaken.
I might have to change the pose.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna guess the character right now. It's Ahsoka.
It is definitely Ahsoka.
I have no clue what she's wearing, so I'm gonna have to continue to let you draw.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the pose.
That outfit. Okay. So, if you haven't guessed by the title of the stream today, we are talking about our favorite Star Wars characters, and I cannot believe we haven't done this yet. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked as well. We've done like, we've done so much in the Star Wars
So
fandom.
many Star Wars
So many
streams.
Like I go through my art files every once in a while to determine what I can make into a sticker and business shit. And I was like, can't take all of the Star Wars because there's so many. Ugh. I mean, I did one like a couple of streams ago too.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Anyway, so I had been telling you in the pre-stream that my list here had initially been a little bit longer. It had started with Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon is such a great character.
He is a good character, but he didn't ultimately make my favorites list.
No, but we could do a shout out at the end.
I removed him because I went and thought about it, and I realized that while he is a great character and I do love him, he doesn't evoke the kind of excitement in me that seeing all these other characters
I don't want to hear that word.
would evoke. I mean, like, okay.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to hear evoke and excitement together in the same sentence.
So you're gonna understand, but the fifth person I have on my list, I would lose my shit if they appeared in a TV show now. That's the kind of excitement I'm talking about. If Qui-Gon Jinn appeared in another show, I'd be like, oh, that's really cool. That's Qui-Gon. If this person appeared in a show, you would hear me from Fresno.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yes, he doesn't give glee. Yes, that's the feeling. All these people make me very happy. But Qui-Gon is like, I have a lot of respect for that character. I like his character a lot, but he doesn't make me gleeful. Thank you, Erin. That was very helpful.
Thank you for your insights.
Okay, so the first person on my list is obviously Obi-Wan.
No, it's also on my list.
Yeah, I assumed it was. Classic Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Classic, because that mother... Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the sassiest character ever. Like, I don't think about it much because the movies don't really express just how deep his sass goes. But when you watch the animated Clone Wars, it's like, oh my god, where did you get that sass from, sir? Because it wasn't from Qui-Gon. Or was it? I mean, Qui-Gon did drink.
Well, some of it could have come from Qui-Gon, but even as a young Padawan, he was sassy.
Qui-Gon is a saint.
And I think Alec Guinness... hello there.
Hello there.
Alec Guinness really did give some sass.
Oh, yeah.
To older Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Ewan just kind of carried it forward.
Oh, yeah.
Into the live-action portrayal of Obi-Wan. And by the time Ewan had gotten to it, people had already started writing the character of Obi-Wan in the books that had been released before Episode 1 even came out. And so there was so much material to work with for Ewan to kind of get into that role and figure out what kind of Obi-Wan he wanted to be.
And just give like a really weird face. Anyway.
You're going to give Ahsoka a really weird face?
I'm going to give Ahsoka a really weird face.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, she's wearing something with a heart on the butt, so go for it, I guess.
What? I haven't even drawn the butt.
Well, the last outfit you had her in.
Oh.
Or was it a big-ass bow?
You didn't really see her butt, though.
Okay. It looked like a heart.
I'm in the valley still. Jesse's in a valley, but it's not the valley.
Yeah, I'm in a valley. She's in the valley.
Yeah, I'm in the valley. The valley.
I don't think any more needs to be said about Obi-Wan. People just generally love Obi-Wan.
Yeah, it's a sass for me.
It's everyone's favorite character, I think, in Star Wars, or makes the favorite characters list for everyone that's a Star Wars fan, I think. And I like that he pretends that he doesn't like children, but
he
he's always
fucking
out there
loves children. He's
saving
lying
children.
to himself. He is lying to himself.
They're so annoying, but God, I guess I'll help you.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Luke.
Okay, the second one on my list is the person you're drawing.
Ahsoka, which is
Yeah,
also
that's
on my
Ahsoka.
bucket. This is my all-time favorite character. It used to be Obi-Wan. Just in case anybody was curious.
So why do we love Ahsoka so much?
Because she acts like me.
Because she acts like you.
Yep.
Young Ahsoka might have acted like you.
Excuse you. I like to think I'm strong and wise now in my years. Thank you very much. How dare you?
I like that she's so attached to what I think of as the old Force.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that she went through as, like, a Padawan that she should have never gone through in the first place. I have a lot of gripes about the Jedi Order in general, and I am more than happy to do a whole ass stream about why I think the Jedi Order is bogus, but that's not this stream, so... but she went through too much as a child. And, like... Okay, she was 12, 13, maybe, at most. Technically, she was supposed to be 13. I think they bumped her up to, like, 16 in the show. Because of weird people and shit.
Which show? Clone Wars?
Yeah. But she should have been 12 or 13. And, I just... she went through too much shit for someone... in an order that's supposed to be about peace, not even supposed to be in this war when you think about it. And then they ended up in the war because they're corrupt by the Senate, that which they think they have to, follow blindly without really, like, taking in the... I have a lot of grapes. But she, like... Young Ahsoka reminds me a lot about me when I was younger because she was very naive and she followed a lot of things blindly without really, like, thinking about it. And the mistakes that she made in Clone Wars made me realize that, like, even when I made mistakes in my life, it was okay because I could learn from them and move on from them. And, I mean, the way they portray her character development and when she made a mistake and she, like, really beat herself up over it was very, very realistic. But anyway.
I like that she had such a drastic character development. I feel like, by and large, there's such a huge swath of the Star Wars universe that doesn't really get a bunch of character development.
For sure.
I mean... within the context of the movies, anyway.
Yeah.
Once you get outside of the movies, there's a little bit more. Obviously, Ahsoka never existed in the movies to begin with.
Yeah. Which is a fucking crying shame, but what do I know?
Well, she's about to get one, so we only have to wait a little bit. And so, characters like Luke, Leia, Han, those characters got, I'm gonna say, the majority of their character development outside of the movies, with the exception of maybe Han. Because he got turned around a little bit in those first 3 movies. And then, we saw what happened to Luke in the sequel movies.
I don't even want to talk about
we won't talk about those a whole lot, but yeah.
Yeah, Jedi Master Mundi is another character.
So, can I tell you,
Oh.
Ki-Adi-Mundi is one of my favorite Jedi Council members from the prequel movies, and he's the person that I picked as my OC's master. He's super fucking cool, and he's one of the only Jedis allowed to go back to his homeworld because his homeworld is dying.
He's got like 4 wives.
His home race is dying. So he's 4 wives and too many children.
Yeah. Well, because his race is dying, so the Jedi Council is like, okay, yeah, we'll allow you to have a wife.
You're an endangered species. You can go home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he's like,
Kit Fisto is hot. Listen,
super good at flying.
Okay, they did not need to make Kit Fisto so fucking hot. Okay, like I saw that episode Clone Wars when they were trying to help that underwater city with Padme, and I was like, why did they make Kit Fisto so fucking hot? This is not okay. And then I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to like accept that I think Kit Fisto is hot. Anyway. Okay. Did you really?
Oh, you met his voice actor? That's cool.
Oh man. There was a lot of voice actors.
I don't even know who Kit's voice actor is.
I don't either. There was someone who came through that was... Damn. Trying to remember.
Came through where?
Lodi. A couple of Star Wars voice actors that came through. And I can't remember who it was. I'd have to go back through the... Phil Lamar.
Why does that name sound so familiar?
I know, I'm just thinking the same thing. Did he come to a Comic-Con I was at?
Phil Lamar. Name sounds super familiar.
Anyway. So,
we'll have to look it up later.
Where were we anyway? We were talking about Kit Fisto and being hot.
Oh, he looks familiar. I know this man from something.
And know this man. Okay, Jess. Anyway.
Okay. I'll look that up later. I've seen him before. We were on Ahsoka. You got anything more for Ahsoka?
No, other than she's
I mean, I know you do, but...
Other than she's my favorite character? No.
Yep. Okay. So the next one on my list that's probably not on yours is Ezra.
Nah. Okay, I have a hot take. So I don't like Ezra. I love his character development. Okay. His character development was very pristine, and I don't have anything against his character development. I have a thing against him personally. Like, fuck you, Ezra.
Okay, what is your personal grudge against Ezra?
He was so gung-ho for everything, and his personality was just like, he's very self-sacrificing. And I'm saying this as a hypocrite, by the way, because all of my characters are self-sacrificing. But they just, I don't know. I know Ezra received training, and it wasn't something that was like Rey, where it was, naturally made. But it felt very close to that, and it felt very Mary Sue-like for me. And I just don't like his personality.
Calling Ezra Bridger a Mary Sue. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Not as bad as it's not as bad as Rey. Rey is the epitome of Mary Sue. And
all right.
If you guys love Rey, I'm no judgment. But you will never get me to like Rey. I'm sorry. I know that she had quote-unquote training. And I'm going to say it like that because it really wasn't training at all. And you can sit there and tell me this, that, and the other thing. But she is, by definition, a fucking Mary Sue. And you will never get me. I will die on this fucking hill, okay? Anyway. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
For anyone who's wondering... For anyone who's wondering, a Mary Sue is a character, usually a woman, who is portrayed as having no weaknesses.
Weaknesses, no flaws, or can do no
character
wrong,
flaws.
really.
Yeah.
And like
So,
I said, she has her own issues, but it's literally the only like diverse character development in her character development. If that makes any sense at all.
yeah. Okay.
Anyway, all right.
Well,
I'm done on this hill now.
okay. I think I just attached to Ezra because I liked Rebels so much.
Oh, I loved Rebels. Still doesn't mean that I like him.
I really like his connection to other living beings, especially the animals around him, which is an uncommon Force trait.
That he just learned naturally. Like, no one gave him training for that.
That he just learned naturally.
Yeah, no.
That is true.
And the only training he received for that particular, like, trait, because Kanan had always told him it was an unusual, like, Jedi trait to have, was very, very little. So everything that he had, like, garnered from it was self-taught, and it doesn't make sense to me. Anyway.
That he's naturally gifted?
Yes. I don't like that.
Okay. Some people are just naturally gifted.
That is true, but you can't hone your gift the way he hones it just by being self-taught. I'm sorry.
Well, okay.
Okay, but that's true.
To be fair, it was a... It didn't even say anything yet.
Oh no, I was reading Jacob's chat.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. It was a show aimed at children.
I know. And like I said, Ezra, like, I would pick Ezra any day over Rey. Any day. Like, Ezra would be my favorite if I had to choose between the two. Hands down. But I have some gripes about it's a hot take because there's a lot of people who love Ezra. And I love the voice actor and I love the live action actor. And there was actual diverse character development within Ezra, including PTSD, that I really enjoyed. But I don't like his personality. Don't like how he could naturally learn things just lickety split.
Okay, so what I'm getting from you is that you think he's arrogant.
Very.
And you don't like that he's naturally gifted. I don't even need to
say anything. He is arrogant. Okay. What do you mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yes, I will give it to you. He is arrogant.
Very.
But in my defense, I think he's not a Mary Sue. I think his character flaw is that he's got very low willpower. And that his psychological strength is not there. He's not very psychologically strong. That's why he was tempted by the holocron in the first place.
Oh yeah,
that's how he was able to get.
That's how Darth Maul managed to get into his brain, or into his brain. Yes, into his mind is what I meant to say. Yeah.
You don't have to you don't have to tear him down, Melly.
Listen, I'll die on this hill. I don't even care. Don't even care.
Fine.
Yep. Sorry.
I'll just go on loving him without you.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about one we both love that we've espoused many times, so we don't need to go into detail.
Sure.
It's Thrawn.
But he's not a hero or a protagonist. He's a villain. But he is my favorite.
Anti-hero.
He's my favorite.
I would describe him as an anti-hero.
Okay, that is true because he's not like Palpatine where he's like, I need the power. I mean, he is like, I need power, but it's for a more justified cause than like other villains. I just love him because he doesn't follow the normal stereotype of actually like
He doesn't follow the normal anything.
calculations. There's calculations, and sorry, about the fangirl right now.
I love both the book writing of him
Oh yeah,
and Mr. Skarsgård's
Mr.
portrayal of him.
Mr. What?
I think that's his last name.
What did you say? What did you say?
Actor. I think that's who it is.
Mickelson?
Oh, Mickelson, not Skarsgård.
Wow.
I said Skarsgård. Mickelson.
How
Sorry.
dare you? Put some respect on that name, madam. Anyway.
I mean, they're both good, and they're both father-son duos, so forgive.
Forgive. Okay, I forgive you.
Yeah.
I can't forgive you for it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. There's something about. I just really like anti-heroes in general.
I do too. I think that's why I like Deadpool so much too.
Yeah, he's a good anti-hero. Batman, another good anti-hero.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. There's just something about the anti-hero that's fun. To like, it's like it's got the fun of the villain, but it's easy to love them when they're the hero. And sometimes he's the hero, and sometimes he's definitely not.
Yeah.
I like that he can see the value in tearing down the Empire, but also he can see where he would need to have them as an ally in his back pocket in case the threat from outside the known galaxy comes creeping in, and he has to put up this force. I don't think they would come creeping in. I think they'd come blasting in.
Yeah.
I want to see that happen, FYI. That would be a fantastic movie. Somebody needs to get on that.
Yeah, please. Let me see more. More Thrawn, please.
Oh, excuse you. Somebody's texting you?
Yeah, I am so sorry. I didn't realize my phone was right next to the mic. Anyway. So, yes. Yes.
That'd be so much fun. Lars Mikkelsen, Mission. That's what I said. Lars Mikkelsen should pick up the mantle of this character, and he needs to go
to
Disney and say, read these books, and then tell me that there's not 3 more movies in there all about my character.
I demand $5 million per movie.
Oh, he needs to make more than that.
I demand $14 million per movie.
There you go.
I have a bunch of fangirls who are waiting for me. Because let's face it, he does. He absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's definitely some villain simps out there. Just saying. I'm not a villain simp, but I'm a simp for him specifically.
For his character, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, before I move on to my my final 2 and ask you who else is on your list, I'm gonna take a couple of guesses at what Ahsoka is wearing right now.
Fun.
So, the fandom that you have mashed together here, is it from a TV show?
So technically,
it is.
It is an anime, but it started as a manga.
Okay. Oh. Is it an anime? Is it an isekai?
No.
Dang it. You watch a lot of those. Okay. Is it an anime you and I have spoken about before?
No. I've never once spoken about this anime or manga.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Does she? No, this is Ahsoka.
Oh, I don't
Ahsoka
think
has those
she...
little thingies.
Yeah, she's a Togruta, so she's got, tendrils.
I had to map out her.
I don't think they're actually called tendrils, but...
No, it's something else. It's like headgear or something. Or, I don't remember.
Yeah, I forget what
I really
it
don't want
is.
to offend the family by trying.
Oh my gosh. I know, right? Okay. The character that this costume has come from is... I see the sword in her hand. Is that other thing? Is that a little shield?
Okay, so one of them is actually her lightsaber. It's just a very vague outline of the lightsaber because I'm still trying to map out the anatomy real quick. Because for some reason my brain's like it's gotta be more realistic, even though it shouldn't be. The other item is a weapon.
Okay. Is it a magical weapon?
It is a magical weapon.
Okay. Does this anime have a stupid long name?
No.
Okay. Is this anime about food?
No.
Dang it.
Nice try.
I was like, delicious indulgent.
I know.
Oh, man.
That's a good one, too. Shit. Faye Valentine's costume?
Is the anime one where the characters assemble a party?
Like a D&D party or just like a party?
Like a questing type of party?
No.
Okay.
This is so much fun. Aren't we all having fun right now?
By the way, I don't know if you guys caught it at the beginning of stream, but if you guess her costume before me and you're a member of the Discord channel, it's worth 400 points.
Because I'm absolutely convinced that no one's going to get this.
I don't know what that other thing is. I have no clue, man.
Okay, do you want a hint?
Yes.
It is very old.
It's very old.
It predates 2000. Year 2000. So it's a 90s thing.
Oh, whoa.
Yes.
Okay. I can only think of a couple then. Is it considered one of the big three?
One of the big three?
Is it Bleach?
No. Oh, no. It's not considered one of the big three. It's more obscure than that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
More obscure than... Okay. Holy cow.
Yep. Have fun.
You're gonna make me dig deep for this one.
Sure am. Have fun.
Okay, in this anime, is there a trio of protagonists?
There's a quintuplet of protagonists.
The quintuplets.
Yeah, so there's 5.
Were there 4 people in...
No, that's a quart.
5. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's not the one I was thinking about. Okay.
Yeah, there's 5 heroes. You can do it. I have faith in you.
Well, I was gonna guess... fuck it. Okay, it's not Sailor Moon, is it?
Nope, but that is very close. It is Sailor Moon in essence.
That's close. Okay, Sailor Moon in essence.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know.
It was the very first manga I ever read. Like, ever.
Oh, then we probably have talked about it like a long fucking time ago.
Maybe back when I was in high school.
Oh boy.
I'm taking great pleasure in your pain right now.
Okay. Is the main character's name in the title?
No.
Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is not the other one I was thinking of.
It is not Gunderling.
I mean, your guesses are going to be as good as mine at this point.
I made it intentionally
I might not
obscure
get this,
too.
my guy.
This is great. I love this. I love this for us.
I don't. Have you drawn a character from this before?
Back in middle school.
But not for this.
No.
Okay. Ha! I genuinely don't know. So I'm going to carry on with my list, and I'll carry on with your list, and we'll get to the end of stream. I'll take one more whack at it, and I probably won't get it.
This is gonna be great, you guys.
All right. I know. So, excuse me, pardon me. The next person on my list is
definitely
the person that I told you if they appeared in a TV show that I would
I'm excited.
lose it. Okay.
I want to know.
It's Star Killer.
Oh,
and
shit!
I think I told you on two separate occasions that I thought I had seen Star Killer in a live action show.
Mm-hmm.
One was Ahsoka, and the other one was The Acolyte. And in each instance, Sam Witwer's name appears in the credits.
And
there was a mysterious there was a mysterious masked, very talented fighter in both of those shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought for sure that those two characters had the chance of being Star Killer. They were not. One had no explanation at all whatsoever, so actually that guy still could have, in fact, been something
it is not a character from Dot Hack
to life. Man, I don't even know what that one is.
It's a dungeon crawler.
Could have been. Well, I'm assuming a lot of them are dungeon crawlers now. It's a thing.
Well, no, but Dot Hack was from like late 90s, early 2000s too. So.
No, okay. Well, he's in the right time zone then.
Yep, sure is. Keep going.
Good guess. Good guess. So Star Killer has appearances in video game only.
Yeah.
And you don't get the full impact of his character outside of the video games if you haven't played the video games that he's in. It's really hard to describe attachment to this character without having actually experienced playing the games that he's in, because technically he's two characters in the games that he appears in.
Oh.
One, the first game that he appears in is his original, I'm going to call it instance. And he is the child of two Jedi Knights who are living out on Kashyyyk during the
partying
Jedi
with
Purge.
the Wookiees, let's go!
Yup. And so when Anakin marches into Kashyyyk to hunt down all the Jedi, his parents are murdered, but
Womp womp.
Galen, his real name is Galen. Anakin finds Galen as Darth Vader and recognizes that he's got like
Uber talent.
abundant raw talent. So he abducts this kid from Kashyyyk.
True Jedi. Okay.
Takes him as his secret apprentice. And since Anakin as Vader is an apprentice himself, he can't have one. So
still not a knight. Okay, I still not a Jedi master, but okay.
Right. Yep. Well, he's not a Jedi anymore.
No, but
remember, this is during the Jedi Purge.
Okay.
So he's a Sith now.
I was joking. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Jesus.
So
can't even joke before you get on me. God.
Okay. Well, he's not at this point. He's a Sith apprentice. Okay. So he's Sidious's apprentice. He's taken his own secret apprentice, and he trains this kid to be a secret assassin.
Agent and secret.
So he's a Sith assassin, and he takes all these orders to go out and assassinate the Jedi who survived Order 66.
Figures.
And he's quite good at it.
Oh my.
Until he figures out that Vader is going to do what Vader does. And
do what he do.
And essentially toss him away. There's a mission where he has to... Starkiller has to go to the Galactic Empire, and he's going after some people that used to be senators.
Oh.
And Vader basically leaves Starkiller for dead.
No.
And abandons him. So at the end of the first game that he's in, he turns back to the light side and he attempts to kill Darth Vader. Fails, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
And you think that that's the end of it, but then the second game comes out and it's revealed that Darth Vader, via the Kaminoan clone facility, has been making... I know, they come back around and around and around.
And around we go.
Has been making clones of this man because he had figured out a long time ago that he would make a perfect apprentice if it weren't for this little thing called free will.
Oh my god.
So the second game, you are playing Starkiller again, except you're not Galen Merrick, the original. You are just...
the clone.
Someone named Starkiller. Yes, you're the clone. And
man, bitches love clones.
It's heavily implied that there are more. And it's never fully revealed that all of the clones were destroyed, which is why in the back of my head I just keep it there, that little tidbit that Starkiller could appear
randomly
somewhere. That's why in every live TV show, when I know his name is going to be there, because Sam Witwer does everything for Lucasfilm. Everything. They are getting their money's worth out of this man, but god damn it, get him in the spotlight somewhere. Oh, it'd be so good. He's such a cool character.
She's losing her mind, everybody. Just in case y'all were wondering.
Such a cool character, and the first game was such a good game. So happy. Just put him up. It would even be almost canonically accurate if he showed up in the movie that they are writing right now. If his final act was to come in and...
His maul is on point.
As the clone, yes it is. as the clone to help Ahsoka, whose master was also her master, to do whatever it is they're going to do in this movie. I don't know. It would be so good. Just make it happen.
She's losing her mind, everybody.
Pretty please.
Run. Do what you gotta do.
Deserves it so much.
You just want your boy to have his redemption arc.
I like Sam a lot.
Oh, okay. Me too.
Yeah. All right. The last one. Also from a video game. Mm-hmm. But one of them.
You say the last one, but I still haven't heard my other one, so.
Okay, well, I know them because you didn't give me your list, bitch.
Well, you should know them.
The last one for me. And then I will have you tell me which one or ones are left on your mental list because I can't read your mind. Aww, my last one. Damn. It's a duo. I've put them together because in my mind, they probably don't get separated a whole heck of a lot. It's Cal Kestis and BD1.
Oh.
From the latest. Yeah.
Okay.
From the Jedi games.
Okay.
They're fun. BD1, when he showed up in oh my god, brain.
Okay, Jess.
Hep.
I don't know what.
Brain no work. The Mandalorian.
Okay.
He was in an episode of The Mandalorian.
Cal Kestis?
No, BD1.
Oh.
So there was an episode where Mando stops in at that one of the ports in Mos Eisley, and that older gal with the curly hair has to work on his ship. Is that her name?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I love her. Yeah, I love her too. She's a great character. And there's a little droid hopping around. He looks like a teeny tiny trash can. Yes, he was on Tatooine. And that's BD1.
Oh.
She's I think she's fixing him, or he's already fixed by Cal. I forget the canonical timeline of the crossover between when Mando is on Tatooine and when Cal goes to Tatooine. But there's a point there where they cross over. And when BD1 showed up on the screen when I was watching that episode, I was in the living room with both of my parents present, and I had a full-on giggle fit.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I love BD1 so much. He's so cute. I just like pick him up and put him in my pocket, and then he could go with me everywhere.
My God. Okay. Are you good there?
No, he's super cute. But also Cal is a really cool, I think, post Jedi Purge character. He doesn't fit the profile of, at the beginning anyway, he doesn't fit the profile of your typical Jedi, in my opinion. He really doesn't want to be one. Neither does the other Jedi he encounters, actually, the lady.
Honestly, who does?
Well, I mean, after that whole purge thing,
you know, the
that's
massacre
fair.
of
yeah. He was one of the only kids to escape the temple.
Ooh, nice.
So he has flashbacks
to canon. That's a long
temple.
Shot.
They're trying, actually, because BD1 showed up in the show. So he is trying really hard. Really hard. We'll see if it sticks. Cameron, the guy that plays Cal, has done a whole bunch of interviews too where he said, yeah, put me in a show, I'll do it tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
So
I
he
mean,
wants to as well.
I mean, there's big bucks to be having. People live
Yeah, and
pretty richly like that.
he's a fun character. I really enjoy it, even though it's made by EA. Here we are to EA again. I
Tell
did
me
get that
more
first
if
game
you're
for
like.
free. It's a fun game. I enjoyed it a lot. I haven't played the second one yet, but the first one is really good. I really enjoyed his development, and I just think he would bring some. He would inject some youth into the Star Wars universe that's not from the sequel series that I think people would appreciate. Because he is quite young. That's, not also from an animated TV show meant for children.
Great.
And he's fun. He clearly loves it. I mean, when you listen to all his interviews from panels and stuff that he's done, he very clearly loves what he's doing. He's so into it.
I mean, I would be too shit if I was part of the Star Wars universe. Goddamn.
Yeah, I would be too. So who is left on your list, Mel?
You didn't even mention any of the Bad Batch characters, and I'm very offended by this revelation, by the way. Because Tech should have been on that list.
On my list?
Just the list. Just the list.
None of the Bad Batch was making my list.
That's fine. It should have made the list. Okay. So Tech is on my list because he's big. But I like the fact that he's not actually like what we would call what do they call that?
Yes, Jacob, I agree. They do.
He's more on the spectrum of neurodivergent. And I really enjoy seeing characters who are kind of like that in shows in general, but especially him because he's like incredibly intelligent, and for some reason that's my go-to. And he's very calculating and very he observes everything in battle and off the battlefield, and this is where his neurodivergency comes in because he doesn't have any like social etiquette either, which I also find hilarious, and also cute because he's bae. But Tech is definitely up there because he's also self-sacrificing to a point. He's very logical when he knows that every situation comes out not in his favor. He will do everything in his power to protect his brothers and Omega. And that's what he ended up doing. It makes me very sad. I don't want to think about it. But he is on my list not just because he's bae, but because of his personality and his neurodivergency and his character development and how he explains things in his own way that is like a representation of those who are like Tech. Like sometimes for me, it's hard for me to describe how I'm feeling and what emotions I'm going through. And the way there's a whole episode about this where he explains all of that, and I was like, holy shit, like I related to some of that, and yeah. So, Tech is a big, big character for me. He's not my, like, number one, but he's in the top 3.
Yeah. How much Dave had a say in the character, the general characters as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Or if Jennifer did all of that as the head writer, because Dave was only an executive producer, and I think Jen did most of the writing.
Oh.
But it would be nice to say that Dave had some say on.
Yeah, I think all the characters.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Jacob says he personally believes every character from the Bad Batch is somewhat on the spectrum. I believe that wholeheartedly as well. But they were also genetically modified. And I don't know, whenever you modify any gene, whether you're deleting a gene or inputting a gene in any DNA sequence, um, there's gonna be reactions that affect other parts of the brain and other parts of the body. And to have that when they're, it's very subtle, and unless you took, genetics or have some basic understanding of how DNA and genomes work, you won't catch it. So the fact that everybody in Bad Batch has some kind of quirk outside of their enhancements, I think is pretty realistic if you're messing with genomes, but because we've never like messed with genomes in humans because it's morally, morally and ethically not right. Um, you wouldn't really know. But yeah, I also personally believe every character from the Bad Batch, including Omega, are on a spectrum. Omega is a very special case because she was sheltered. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk about genetics. Anyway, Jesse, that's really all I had on the list. Special mention, special shout out to Qui-Gon Jinn. You were an underrated character. I feel like there's not enough people who love you, and I'm very sad about that because you have a very extensive backstory, and you're the very first instance of a gray Jedi in the fandom. I feel like. Anyway.
In the movies, perhaps.
Well, I mean, there wasn't a show out before The Phantom Menace.
No, but there were books.
Oh, yeah, the books.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the books are technically not canon, so... And I didn't even know the books existed.
Some of the books are canon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but they're newer.
Yeah. Anyway.
Because Disney fucked it all up.
Disney, why you do? Why you do, okay. Disney?
Because it wasn't already fucked up enough. Thanks, Disney.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so I still haven't figured out this costume. So you're gonna have to tell me, I'm afraid.
Alright, so you guys, no one's got it. No one got the 400 points incentive from Confab Corner. It makes me very sad. But I also intentionally made it this way because I knew no one was gonna get it. It is from Tokyo Mew Mew.
Oh. I was not going to get that at all.
Yeah. So, the outfit's from Tokyo Mew Mew. Which is, I think, is mid-90s and very early 2000s.
Yeah, I was definitely not going to get that.
So.
But you probably have mentioned it before.
Like I said, I think if I did mention it, it was either early college or high school.
Maybe so. But I bet you if I go and look, it's in a stream somewhere. Stream notes
not
somewhere.
In the stream notes. I guarantee you. 100% not in stream notes.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, that's today's stream, everybody. Where I failed the guessing game. Next week, we will be here again.
I know, wild.
I have a stream prepared. We are going to talk about all the games that we wish we could play again, as if it was the first time.
I got some games.
I have a list.
Oh no!
I can't wait.
Oh man!
It'll be a good time.
Well, you got anything else to say?
Yep, take it away.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. I'm completely unsure if I'm gonna finish this. I am actually gonna do Ahsoka in a Tokyo Mew Mew outfit, for a convention later next year, or I should say early next year. Details will come to follow. I'm kind of keeping it on the download just because I gotta add that like sense of suspense for when the convention comes. So, but be sure that just know that this character will show up at a con later, not this year, but early next year. So, I'm very happy. But this particular piece, no, I'm probably gonna trash it and draw a different version of this piece. But anyway, guess what, guys? It's November, which means I am in my off season. That means that I will not be working for the next 6 months. And I say I'm not working, I really mean I don't work my typical 9 to 5 job in the valley trapping mosquitoes. I will be at the computer all day, every day, drawing or working on something else. Which means that I now have time to actually update the store online. And speaking of updating, I have finally updated the website at melslawcomics.com. The whole schedule for panel protagonists for the rest of this year, for the rest of 2024, is up. So if you're ever curious on like what the next stream is before I post it on Wednesday on Facebook and Instagram, you can always head on over to melslawcomics.com at panel protagonists. And so there's that. I also updated the convention schedule, yes, because I keep getting invited to pop-up events, and I'm very happy about that. I'm also very busy because of that. So my next convention will be the Fresno City College Vendor Fair, which is, I will be there November 13th and the 14th, which is a Wednesday and Thursday. I know it's in the middle of the week. I will be there until 6 or 7, I think, because it goes for like 10 hours per day. It'll be a moderate pop-up event. I wouldn't say it's like big because I've been to Stockton Con. But if you're around the Fresno City College area in Fresno, California, come by November 13th or the 14th, say hi, and let's have a chat, especially if you want to talk Star Wars. I'm all game for that. So all that will be scheduled is on the melslawcomics.com website for your pleasure. I will be going to December events. I don't know when they are. I don't know if they will be there due to weather and other Mother Nature-y circumstances, but when I do find out, they will also go up on the schedule and on social media. And speaking of social media, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, because that's where I post all the things, including the next panel protagonist stream, where I will be at my next event in the wild, so you can find me, and artwork. But even though I do post artwork to my social media, you have to join the Discord server, the Confab Corner, because everybody there gets a sneak peek at some of the new art I post before it goes to social media. So there's your incentive right there to join the Discord server. If that wasn't enough, we also do game nights, doodle times, and watch parties, among other things. So it's got some flavor to it that you should join for. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got for today. Oh. So
too much flavor.
There's too much flavor. So we're gonna end it there. We'll see you next Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You ready, Jesse?
Yep, let's do this.
Panel protagonists out. Bye.
Goodbye.